I just want to emphasize a couple of things. The first is that climate change not just a trend. Because if you do geography, people will do geography, you will know, but all of them different patterns, them, the El Nino effect, all them different things, them. Usai, the ocean in heating, the warming of the ocean, you get an impact on the direction of winds and storms and hurricanes. Something like the Arctic. We all see pictures of the Arctic, the Antarctic. That's outside the snow pack. Where you get the snow, like everything is covered in snow, right? And ice. You get the icebergs. The melting of their icebergs really happened at the fastest rate ever in human history. Just imagine, like almost a whole country with ice. Then the ice melts. When ice melts, what do you get? Water. So the ocean where the ice melt into, what will happen? It will increase. When you see sea level rises. In places like the islands them around the Arctic and Antarctic, then small islands, Fiji them, they own island, the island their own existence, they under threat. The islands are literally they be covered by water as the sea level they rise. We now, if you go Cambia, I believe say some of people that they had traveled. You know, say we get place them. Usai, the water don't rise to the point where we see we own small islands, even Turtle Island, it'll be submerged. And along the coast Naya, if you go Godrich, Laka, una see waiting not happen. We see Usai the water don't reach. Also you go. This is the reality. We come now to extreme weather events. This warming, it creates massive changes, really significant changes in climate patterns. And one of the things that when it happen is that we get far more extreme weather events. So you get team where we once in a while, Hurricane Katrina, you the area maybe once every 10 years, then now and it happen every year, multiple times inside the year. And we know exempt. Yada Salom, I believe say we all witnessed something in July where we not ever see before. It rained from July 1 to July 31st. Every single day. We will not use what they call 7 days rain inside September. We not been expect that this, who said we did so now, today December 16, I'm sweating. When we forget Hamatan. All the pattern then don't go off. Waiting and say in the climate science world, then say we actually they are tipping points in terms of planetary boundaries. Because the way how, and I know this is like not a science lesson, but the way how the different systems and cycles then interact, whether in a biodiversity, in terms of we don't lose so many species of animal and plants in the last 30, 40 years. We don't go extinct. And say every plant and animal, it gets in raw way they play in our life. That small, which we can call bee. What do we call bee in Creole? Honey. That small honey, it gets massive role for play, for move pollen from one plant to another. Cross-pollination. Even for let be able for grow things them. We know the role where they want to play. When they sit on top the flower or the flower, yes, of even of a plant, when they move, the next side and they drop them. No, so then pollen and they drop them. If the honey no day for do that work day, they get the diversity. When we cut the tick them, and even if you say you bring back, you plant other tick, when you cut the tick, you lost that primary forest. We get all the different types of flowers or plants where they all get a role in play. It let you plant back, they ever get a primary forest again. So all of them things that happen. And for we in Freetown, waiting a we own impact. Well, the extreme weather, we mentioned the 31 days of rain. But in order to just that, now the heaviness of the rain as well. The kind rain when it come, when it lead to flooding. When you see the sea level rise, when you feel the extreme heat. And we, as people in the Sierra Leone, as I say, we own greenhouse gas emissions They're not boku, but then they. We number one, now waiting they call stationary emissions. Then I waiting we emit from like that car power ship, a big emitter. The generators that we would use, the coal we would burn, the things that we would use at home in commercial work. Now will be all number one emitter. We number two, now poor waste management, methane, that inorganic waste, that food waste, you anything in the way they decompose. If you go now, in fact, I'm not even saying go now, because we have so many illegal dump sites that we're fighting every day to get rid of. If when I see dirty, the pool smoke, when I can see that also, nobody no light more, it the pool smoke for himself. Waiting there one day. Now methane. When the dirty, when that organic waste day, after some time, when it decompose, it produce a gas where they call methane. That methane there, so for example, if we have been watch that video where we been show how the light generator from the toilets now King Tom. I don't know if anybody see that video. Anybody see that? Yes. When the methane now in the lights, that biogas now in the light the generator, now in the light the cooking stove. So at the moment, without you treat them, that methane just to go up. And that is not good for the environment, it's not good for our health. We get transportation as we third. We in Freetown, we get many low occupancy vehicles. Waiting at me. We don't get mass transit. If you go down that country, you go see they get train, they get tube, they get metro, they get cable car, they get things that way they move thousands of people at the same time. We unfortunately, we get keke, okada, poda, where they move few people and where they move very slowly. And most of them old, so even the fuel type where they use, it pollutes the atmosphere. But not just they pollute the atmosphere. Anything where they pollute the atmosphere, they pollute mankind as well. You inhale. Wait till you inhale. So from a health perspective, now also a challenge for we. So the whole issue of climate change, now about waiting to go on globally, and then waiting to go on locally. So at the global level, we know to a major contributor. But at the local level, waiting we contribute might not the impact the ozone layer like how America or China do, but it impact we health. So we're concerned about the emissions. Then it can now to the impact. Waiting at the impact. We don't talk about some of the climate events where we experience. But what does that mean to we on a day-to-day basis? It actually means a lot. And the starting point for me always, when I talk about the impact of climate change, now for talk about waiting climate change to do in agriculture. Because waiting climate to do in agriculture, the impact Freetown. How? Right now, right across the country, if you follow the news from farming communities in Cambia, in Pujao, all over the place, you go find out, say, their crops there, they fail. Some man because of flooding. Flooding happened at Pujao. Then cover. Rice crops and cover. Extreme heat and Kabbalah. Who say first time when they grow things then. Way now. Because of the heat, Kabbalah not able to grow the things they for grow. So what thing they happen to the farmers then? Where they work in the areas then? Boku people, they migrate come Freetown. I should say we all did see that. The population of Freetown, they explode. And climate change gets a role for play in doing that as a push. Of course, there are other factors, lack of decentralization, lack of economic opportunities, lack of investment outside of the city. But climate change also gets involved.